great pleasure for me to have the chance to introduce today's GRS speaker, someone who's been a very good friend to me for many, many years now. So Casey Jamison Brown grew up in the relatively sheltered environment of Pasadena, California, spending his childhood, like any other Pasadena child, attending the Rose Parade and running amok in the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. But after high school, Casey, self-described as a good-hearted but ultimately inept, goofy white geek, sought solace and companionship with others of his kind and moved out east to Swarthmore College. Now, coincidentally, this is also where I met Casey. Now, Swarthmore was known for its demanding academics, so much so that the school provides students with the motivational mantra during freshman orientation to help them sort of deal with the impending 4 years. So we're all taught to repeat the phrase, no matter what you say or do to me, I am still a worthwhile person. But apparently the school's mantra was too lacking in external validation for Casey, so around junior year he had to come up with his own mantra. When discussing why they had ever decided to be chemistry majors in the first place with a friend, Casey offered the following advice. We're doing this so we can get fabulous jobs and beautiful wives. Just say that over and over. Fabulous jobs, beautiful wives. Now, grad school maybe isn't exactly the job Casey was envisioning, but those of you who have met his girlfriend Lauren will agree that she is quite easy on the eyes. So during college, Casey made his first foray into the world of synthetic organic chemistry research as he joined the lab of Professor Bob Haley. And Casey spent the time in lab studying atroposelective reactions while intermittently squirting organic solvents on me in the next set over. Now, Casey really enjoyed working in the lab, especially when it involved cleaning glassware with aqua regia. But at the end of college, he was very nobly committed to doing something less self-absorbed than graduate school and wanted to make a difference in America's failing educational system. And so, like many other idealistic college seniors, Casey joined the Teach for America troops and returned to the LA area, this time to the inner city. There he spent 2 years teaching middle school science and, to quote The Onion, learning a lot about hopelessness. So just to give you an idea for what Casey was up against in his middle school classroom, when he once asked his students to pass their lab reports forward, seems like a pretty simple request. Responses from the class included, I don't get you, mister. What lab? And what's a lab? But in spite of the many challenging children, Casey did reach a few hearts and minds. 2 years ago, a student wrote in his yearbook and reflected a sentiment I think we can all agree with when she wrote, Mr. Brown, we heart you because you're ghetto. And it's true, let me tell you, Casey is pretty ghetto. He loves the album Gangsta Billy by the Drive-By Truckers. He would frequently spend his weekend evenings in South Central Los Angeles, never mind that it was for Magic the Gathering tournament. Now, I'm personally convinced that translucent is its own form of racial minority. But despite his love for the ghetto, after 2 years in the trenches of the LA public schools, Casey returned to the Ivory Tower as he came north to Berkeley to pursue his graduate studies. Casey joined the collaboration between the Bergman and Raymond groups, and has quickly received many nicknames. For his grace on the field and his quick throw to first, Casey is known as the Gazelle to the Organomets. He is lovingly known to his lab mates as TFA, both for his passion for the Teach for America program and for his love of guzzling trifluoroacetic acid. And more recently, I hear he goes by Schlenk, and I can only guess why. But sources tell me he's been working diligently in the lab, spending less time squirting organic solvents on his lab mates than in his younger years. And today he's excited to tell us about his progress in studying an angioselective catalysis in a chiral supramolecular host.